Over the years, some of Hollywood's most beloved stars have gone to extraordinary lengths to turn back the hands of time, chasing the promise of a fresher, younger face. But in their pursuit of perfection, a few crossed into dangerous territory, with procedures that went horribly wrong and left behind shocking, permanent changes that even their most loyal fans could hardly believe. In this exclusive 2025 retrospective, we're revisiting the most unforgettable celebrity transformations, stories where beauty dreams became haunting cautionary tales. Stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible, then and now, journeys from Hollywood's brightest names. Joan Rivers wasn't just a comedian, she was a force of nature. Fierce, fearless, and unapologetically sharp-tongued, she made the world laugh while daring to talk about what so many in Hollywood kept hidden: cosmetic surgery. For Joan, it wasn't a shameful secret. It was part of her act, part of her brand. She joked about facelifts, neck lifts, eyelid tucks, and countless touch-ups, with the same razor which she used to roast celebrities. Whether on stage, in interviews, or on her reality show, she turned taboo into punchline and insecurity into entertainment gold. But behind the laughter was a deeper truth Joan never shied away from. She had wrestled with self-image her entire life. She admitted to undergoing so many procedures that she half-jokingly claimed they numbered in the hundreds. Maybe it was an exaggeration, or maybe it wasn't. Either way, it revealed just how deeply beauty, aging, and reinvention were woven into her story. Then, in 2014, that story ended in the most devastating way imaginable. What was supposed to be a routine throat procedure at a Manhattan clinic turned into tragedy when severe complications took her life at 81. For her daughter, Melissa Rivers, the loss was shattering. In her memoir The Book of Joan, Tales of Mirth, Mischief, and Manipulation, Melissa pulled back the curtain on her mother's private world, the vulnerability behind the bravado. Appearing on the Today Show, she called her mother's death entirely preventable, detailing how negligence and a lack of professionalism by the medical staff led to the unthinkable. Determined to seek justice, Melissa filed a malpractice lawsuit, demanding accountability for a loss that could never be undone. For millions of fans, Joan's passing felt like the end of an era. She was a trailblazer who broke comedy's glass ceiling, a truth-teller who made us laugh at the very things we feared, and a woman who refused to let age or convention dictate who she could be. Her candor about cosmetic surgery sparked debate, but it also humanized her, reminding us that even the people who make us laugh the loudest can carry the heaviest insecurities. Joan Rivers didn't just change comedy, she changed the conversation. And she did it all with a wink, a punchline, and the courage to own her truth. Heidi Montag's rise from fresh-faced reality TV darling to one of Hollywood's most infamous transformation stories was nothing short of sensational. Once the sweet girl next door of the hills, she stunned the world with a makeover so extreme it felt like a scene ripped from a tabloid fever dream. This wasn't the slow evolution of a starlet embracing fame. It was a single, jaw-dropping leap into a new identity. In one headline-making decision, Heidi signed up for 10 cosmetic procedures in a single day. A brow lift, a nose job revision, liposuction on her waist and thighs, a buttock augmentation, chin work, breast enhancements, and more. It was a gamble so intense, physically, emotionally, and medically, that even she now calls it overwhelming. She once compared the experience to childbirth, confessing she wished there had been a safe word to stop it all. At first, she reveled in the results. The mirror reflected the Hollywood glamour she thought she wanted. But over time, that excitement faded, replaced by regret. The toll of so many surgeries at once left her body struggling to heal, with long-term complications she never imagined. By 2013, in a raw interview with Us Weekly, Heidi admitted she hadn't truly understood the magnitude of what she was agreeing to. "You don't realize the physical and emotional stress it's going to put you through," she said. "It sounds so minor when a surgeon describes it, but they don't tell you about the years of recovery, the pain, or the mental toll." Her unflinching honesty turned her story into a cautionary tale, proof that behind the glossy magazine covers, extreme makeovers can come with hidden scars. Hollywood loves to glamorize transformation, But Heidi Montag's journey stripped away the fantasy, revealing the price behind the perfection, the discomfort, the endless recoveries, and the emotional weight that lingers long after the bandages are gone. For her fans, it was a sobering reminder: beauty might come with a price, but sometimes that price is far higher than you ever bargained for. Mickey Rourke, the Oscar-nominated actor who once personified Hollywood's rugged, bad boy allure, has undergone one of the most striking physical transformations in modern showbiz. Long before his name lit up marquees, Rourke was trading blows in the boxing ring, chasing a passion that would ultimately leave deep, irreversible marks on his face. Years of punishing hits fractured bones and altered his features, forcing him into a series of complex reconstructive surgeries. In a brutally honest 2009 interview with the Daily Mail, Rourke admitted, "Most of it was to mend the mess on my face from boxing, but I went to the wrong guy to put my face back together." The regret was raw, the frustration palpable. The toll was staggering: 2 broken noses, 5 nasal surgeries, and a delicate operation to repair a shattered cheekbone. Though medically necessary, each procedure pushed him further away from the heartthrob image that made him an icon in 1980s Hollywood. By 2015, Page Six reported he was preparing for yet another round of surgery, this time to fix lingering nasal issues and replace his teeth with implants. For many, it underscored the lasting cost of his time in the ring and the reconstructive work that followed. Yet Rourke has never hidden from his reality. His journey, from matinee idol to a man rebuilt by scalpels, has been as public as it has been personal. And while his altered face drew endless commentary, Rourke has remained unapologetic, chasing both health and confidence on his own terms. In fact, his hardened features now lend a haunting authenticity to the gritty, world-weary characters he plays, adding layers of truth that can't be faked. Mickey Rourke's story is a cautionary tale about the physical price athletes pay and the unpredictable results of trying to put a broken body back together. His face is a living record of blows taken, battles fought, and the unrelenting will to keep stepping back into the spotlight. Priscilla Presley's face tells a story, one of beauty, fame, risk, and resilience. Once celebrated as the radiant young wife of Elvis Presley, she seemed to defy time, showing remarkably few signs of natural aging. Yet, her appearance today is almost unrecognizable from the woman the world remembers. Over the years, whispers have followed her, speculation that a series of ill-fated cosmetic procedures forever altered her features. One of the most disturbing chapters in her life came when she revealed she'd been injected with low-grade industrial silicone, the kind used to lubricate car parts. The man behind the syringe, Dr. Daniel Serrano, was no licensed surgeon at all, but a fraud who would later serve prison time for his illegal practices. A representative for Priscilla later confirmed the horrifying truth: she was one of many victims of Serrano's dangerous deception. The damage was addressed and corrected as much as possible, but some doctors believe the lasting changes, puffiness, a taut and wax-like texture, cannot be explained by that single botched treatment alone. Years of laser work, fillers, and Botox, they speculate, have also played a role. Public reaction has been divided. Many express deep sympathy for Priscilla, recognizing her as a victim of malpractice. Others, however, have been brutally unkind, with one blunt online comment declaring, "What has Priscilla Presley done to her face? She looks like she's wearing a scary mask." Yet through the criticism, she remains unshaken, appearing at Elvis-related events, engaging in charity work, and maintaining her place in the public eye. Her elegance endures, even under the harshest glare. But her journey also stands as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of unregulated cosmetic procedures, and of the relentless pressure Hollywood places on women to preserve an impossible standard of youth. Jackie Stallone, mother of Hollywood's ultimate action hero, Sylvester Stallone, was never one to keep quiet about her adventures in cosmetic surgery. She spoke of it with the same fearless candor she brought to every part of her life, the triumphs and the disasters alike. In a 2013 interview, she dropped a confession that made headlines: she'd gone too far. "I did it, and actually I did too much," she admitted with her trademark bluntness. "I look like I have a mouthful of nuts. That's overdoing it. I feel like I look like a chipmunk." Jackie was talking about dermal fillers. So overdone, she said, that her cheeks puffed up like she'd stuffed them with walnuts. Over the years, she estimated she'd endured 3 chemical peels and no fewer than 50 injections of various fillers. Yet, she claimed she'd never touched Botox, proudly insisting her forehead lines, or lack of them, were all natural. While she regretted some choices, Jackie still believed in the power of cosmetic procedures done right. But she didn't hesitate to call out what she saw as Beverly Hills' worst offenders, overhyped and overpriced surgeons she dismissed as ripoffs. Her preference? Skilled, trustworthy doctors outside the celebrity circuit, where she believed the results were better and the egos smaller. In an industry where denial is the norm, Jackie's honesty was almost rebellious. Her words doubled as a warning. While cosmetic work can lift confidence, excess can betray your original intent. Still, she never let regret dim her sparkle. Until her passing in 2020 at the remarkable age of 98, Jackie Stallone remained a force, astrologer, women's wrestling promoter, and unapologetic firebrand who lived life loudly, fully, and entirely on her own terms. Her story is more than a Hollywood curiosity. It's a reminder that in the relentless spotlight, especially in the glamour-obsessed world of fame, beauty isn't just about transformation. It's about knowing when enough is enough. Donatella Versace isn't just a name in fashion. She's an empire in heels, the unapologetic force that has kept the house of Versace blazing at the heart of global luxury for decades. Alongside her late brother, the legendary Gianni Versace, she helped turn the brand into a shimmering symbol of excess, allure, and unapologetic glamour. Yet, while her business instincts and runway spectacles cemented her as a fashion icon, it was her own evolving face that began stealing headlines as often as her collections. Over the years, her strikingly transformed features, particularly her nose and lips, became a magnet for tabloid speculation. Critics and commentators dissected her look, placing her on infamous worst plastic surgery lists, while debates raged about the price of beauty and the dangers of over-enhancement. Through it all, Donatella has admitted to only one procedure: Botox. Everything else, she insists, is the product of relentless skin care, meticulous hair care, and her own style rituals. "I'm not genetically like this," she once explained. "I use tons of cream and take care of my hair and skin." She's never apologized for her image. Never played into the shame. And whether the rumors are true or not, she's remained cool, composed, and entirely in control, turning speculation into yet another layer of her mystique. On the red carpet, at couture shows, in front of flashbulbs and critics alike, she radiates the same fearless confidence that has become her signature. To her admirers, she is far more than her appearance. She is Versace, bold, extravagant, and impossible to ignore. To her detractors, she's a cautionary tale of cosmetic excess. But to Donatella herself? She's simply a woman living on her own terms, unbound by public opinion, defining beauty as she sees it. In a world obsessed with conformity, her story is a reminder that style is not about pleasing the crowd, it's about owning the mirror. Simon Cowell, the razor-tongued music mogul who built his empire on brutal honesty and an unshakable poker face, shocked the nation when he walked onto the America's Got Talent quarterfinal stage looking almost like a stranger. The man whose face had once been as iconic as his critiques now sported a dramatically altered appearance that instantly set social media ablaze. The buzz grew louder after radio host Dave Barry cracked a wicked joke on Absolute Radio Breakfast, saying he remembered Cowell back when he had his first face. Barry went on, quipping that Cowell's new look was a little bit Slipknot, a little bit scary, and even suggesting the surgery must have been done in the dark to turn out that way. Especially surprising, he teased, for a man with Cowell's fortune. Online, the reaction mirrored Barry's sarcasm, a mix of surprise, curiosity, and discomfort. Within hours, speculation was everywhere. Was it dramatic weight loss, aggressive cosmetic work, or both? Dr. Neela Raja, a respected aesthetic specialist, weighed in, pointing to the likely effects of heavy Botox use combined with facial volume loss from slimming down, creating that sagging effect. Cowell has never hidden the fact that he's dabbled in cosmetic procedures, even admitting in a 2022 interview that he had gone a bit too far and scaled back after realizing his face no longer looked quite like his own. Still, the fascination remains. As one of television's most recognizable figures, any change to his appearance is destined to spark headlines. Whether fans love the transformation or loathe it, one truth is undeniable: Simon Cowell still has the same iron grip on the entertainment world as ever. His face may have changed, but his ability to command attention hasn't aged a day. Kylie Jenner's evolution over the past decade has been nothing short of a cultural spectacle, one that's ignited endless debates about just how much of her transformation is natural and how much might be the work of a skilled cosmetic surgeon. Some even claimed she was molding herself in the image of her famous older sister, Kim Kardashian. For months, Kylie swore her newly full pout was nothing more than the magic of makeup. But in 2015, during a candid moment on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, she finally came clean. Yes, she had gotten lip fillers. That single admission turned her plump lips into her most recognizable trademark, sparking beauty crazes across the globe and inspiring countless young fans to chase the Kylie look. Over time, she became more open about her choices. In one lighthearted conversation with Kim, Kylie admitted she had once taken it too far, laughing, "Yeah, I definitely made my lips a little too big at one point. Thank God I didn't end up on Botched." It was a rare flash of humility that made her seem more human beneath the flawless Instagram veneer. She even compared her love for her lips to a childhood comfort food, joking, "It's like the toast I used to make for my kids, the same way I grew up eating it." While Kylie has only confirmed her lip fillers, speculation about other enhancements refuses to fade. Rumors swirl about cheek and chin fillers, a Brazilian butt lift, and breast augmentation, procedures she has never acknowledged. Yet, her ever-changing appearance keeps the conversation alive, with each public outing sparking fresh comparisons and new theories. Whether seen as a trailblazer for openly admitting to cosmetic tweaks or as a symbol of social media's unattainable beauty ideals, Kylie's influence is undeniable. Her face, be it naturally evolved or medically sculpted, has shaped trends, stirred debate, and defined an era in Hollywood beauty. And in the end, Kylie Jenner remains one of her generation's most powerful beauty icons, setting the tone for how we talk about transformation in the age of Instagram. Khloe Kardashian has spent much of her life under a microscope, with the world dissecting every change in her face. Of all the Kardashian-Jenner sisters, she's often the one most scrutinized, every new photo sparking fresh gossip about cosmetic work. Fans and tabloids alike have long speculated that her look has evolved far beyond makeup tricks. When she finally addressed the rumors during a reunion special with Andy Cohen, Khloe claimed she's only had one nose job and some facial fillers, no Botox. But her candor didn't silence the chatter. If anything, it poured gasoline on the fire. People still questioned whether she was holding back. Back in 2016, on her short-lived talk show Cocktails with Khloe, she made a rare and surprising admission. She once had all the fillers in her face dissolved after a disastrous result. "It messed up my face," she confessed. "I had to get it all removed. It was a bad situation, and now I'm scared to do it again. I swear there's still some left in there." She even joked, "If my daughter ever calls me out on it, I'm doomed." Her openness was unusual in Hollywood, where most celebrities dodge questions about cosmetic procedures entirely. She peeled back the curtain on the trial-and-error reality of beauty enhancements, a truth often hidden behind the industry's glossy perfection. Still, speculation refuses to die. Side-by-side photos fuel theories from fans and cosmetic experts who insist her transformation can't be explained by just a nose job and fillers. They point to everything from jawline contouring to subtle eye lifts, procedures Khloe has never confirmed. For her, the fascination with her face is nothing new. Growing up in the shadow of Kim's polished perfection and Kourtney's effortless natural beauty meant enduring constant comparisons. Over the years, Khloe has gone from being labeled the tall Kardashian to a fitness-driven, style-conscious celebrity with one of the most loyal followings online. Whether her changing appearance is the result of surgery, makeup mastery, or simply evolving style, one thing is undeniable: Khloe Kardashian's face, and the endless debate surrounding it, remains one of the most talked about topics in celebrity culture today. Dolly Parton has long been adored for her warmth, razor-sharp wit, and unapologetic charm, and she's never been shy about discussing how her look has evolved over the decades. With her dazzling style and unmistakable image, Dolly has always been open about the enhancements she's chosen, treating them not as secrets to hide but as part of her personal brand. In a 2019 interview with CBS Sunday Morning, she delivered one of her most unforgettable lines: "It's true that I look artificial, but I believe I'm totally real. My look is really based on a country girl's idea of glamour. I wasn't naturally pretty, so I just make the most of whatever I've got." That blend of candor and humor perfectly sums up the attitude that's made her a beloved icon for more than half a century. Over the years, Dolly has freely acknowledged having multiple facelifts, eyelid surgery, breast augmentation, liposuction, excess skin removal, lip injections, and regular Botox treatments, all in the name of keeping her signature look alive. She's never downplayed these choices. Instead, she credits them for helping her achieve the glamorous image she dreamed of since her early days in show business. In an industry where many stars dodge or deny cosmetic work, Dolly's frankness is refreshing. She even jokes about it, famously quipping, "It costs a lot of money to look this cheap." That playful self-awareness has only deepened her bond with fans, who admire her refusal to pretend her beauty is all natural. Now at 78, Dolly is as radiant and magnetic as ever, still turning heads with her bright, bold style, iconic blonde hair, and timeless confidence. Whether lighting up a concert stage, appearing on TV, or promoting her imagination library, which has given millions of free books to children, she radiates the same spark that first captured America's heart. For Dolly Parton, beauty has never been about perfection. It's about joy, creativity, and self-expression. Her openness about her choices, combined with her immense talent and generosity, has solidified her place not just as a country music legend, but as a cultural icon who proves that authenticity and artifice can live side by side. Kenny Rogers, the legendary country music icon who passed away in 2020, wasn't just known for his velvety voice and timeless classics. He also became one of the rare stars to speak openly about his experiences with plastic surgery. In his later years, Rogers made the choice to go under the knife, a decision that left a permanent imprint on both his appearance and his self-esteem. In a 2012 sit-down with CBS host Gayle King, Rogers didn't hide behind polished PR lines. With trademark candor, he admitted, "I was trying to hide myself. I had the money to do it, and I had the time off." It all began with one of those quiet moments when you catch your reflection and think, maybe I could look a little better. For Rogers, that thought turned into action. But as the years passed, he began to wonder what he might have looked like had he allowed time, and not a scalpel, to shape his face. While the surgeries never touched his voice or the soul of his music, he admitted they sometimes chipped away at his confidence on stage. For a man who had always performed to connect, that discomfort became a quiet barrier. During his farewell tour in 2018, Rogers canceled several shows, officially citing health concerns. The full truth was never confirmed, but some fans couldn't help but speculate that his altered appearance and the self-consciousness that came with it might have played a part. Among his procedures, one stood out for all the wrong reasons: an eyelid lift gone awry. In 2006, he confessed bluntly, "I'm not happy about it. It drives me crazy." That single surgery became a source of lasting frustration, each glance in the mirror reminding him of a choice he wished he could undo. Yet through it all, Rogers remained unusually open. In an industry built on illusions, his willingness to talk about his mistakes made him more relatable, sparking larger conversations about the relentless pressures of aging in entertainment, pressures that weigh just as heavily on men as on women. In the end, while Kenny Rogers' songs will forever be the soundtrack to countless lives, his frank reflections on cosmetic surgery became another part of his legacy, a cautionary tale wrapped in honesty. Proof that even the biggest stars wrestle with the same insecurities as the rest of us. Thank you for watching Exposed Hollywood. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another untold story. See you in the next video.